Hey guys, so today we're looking at a mid-segment triangle. Now, what is a mid-segment triangle? A mid-segment triangle is when you have three mid-segments inside of a triangle. So remember, a mid-segment is when you connect a midpoint of one side. Remember, a midpoint is exactly in the middle. So side PQ, L is the midpoint, meaning PL and LQ are congruent. M is the midpoint of side QR. So these two segments are congruent, QM and MR. And lastly, N is also a midpoint, meaning that PN is congruent to NR. And that triangle that is created there is called the mid-segment triangle, when you connect all the mid-segments together. So we have one mid-segment NM, another mid-segment LM, and another mid-segment LN, creating a triangle there. Now, given some of the sides, some of the lengths, we should be able to find some of the remaining lengths that we do not know. So for instance, PR, which is this entire length, is 46. And if N is the midpoint, we can deduce that each of those two smaller segments are half of 46, meaning that these are each 23. PQ is this entire side, so it is 40, and half of 40 makes each of these 20. And lastly, LN is 17. So let's see what we can do to find each of the remaining measures. LM is this length right here. I'm highlighting it in yellow. You know what I should do real quick is go ahead and get rid of those so that you can see my highlighting a little bit better. Okay, so LM is what we're looking for. And remember, that is a mid-segment, and it is parallel to this side. If you recall, mid-segments are half the length of the side they are parallel to. So if that side, PR, is 46, half of 46 is 23. So this is going to be 23. So let's look at the next one, MN. MN is this mid-segment, so find the side that is parallel to it. That would be this one. Remember, it should be half of that side. So if that side is 40, half of 40 is 20. So NM is 20. QR, let's highlight it. QR is this length. This time it's not the mid-segment we're trying to find. We actually know the mid-segment that is parallel to it is 17. So we're doing the opposite. Instead of taking half, we are doubling. So if LN is 17, we can see it right here, then we just need to multiply it by 2. 17 times 2 gives us that this entire length is 34. Last one, MR is what we're trying to find. MR is right here, and since we know that entire length is 34 and M is a midpoint, half of 34 is 17. Each of these are 17. So there's a lot of interesting properties about mid-segments, and we can use those to find pieces of the mid-segment triangle. Another important thing to note with this is that mid-segment triangle right here is the perimeter of that is half of the perimeter of the entire triangle PQR. Another important thing to note. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.